Okay, the recording is going. I did have a Klondike bar that was not lactose free, so I did I did kind of cheat a little bit. Rest in peace. Okay, we're going to stop talking about my lactose intolerance and get started since I'm recording now. So this is our second art class in Pinktopia. I know we are making a little bit of a jump from the last art class, but with everything that's been going on, I thought that commissions was a good topic to have right now because not only am I going to tell you the do's and don'ts of commissions, I'm going to, warn you guys about scams. When you have scam customers, when you have scam commissioners, it's a huge problem these days. So I kind of want to give you guys the tools to, know who's legit and who's not, and also how to protect yourself if you're an artist. Um, so that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about. It's going to be a little bit shorter of a class than our last class because I'm just pretty much going to be talking and showing examples. And feel free to ask me questions. I'll have bits and pieces throughout the class where I will like ask you guys, do you have any questions? And we'll take a little bit of time to, answer them and stuff like that. I am a completely open book. Um, so there's that. But I'm gonna introduce myself super quick because I have been told I have to introduce myself on every class, and I hate introducing myself. So here we are. I'm Moon, also MoonjorasMask, but you'll usually hear me called Moon. I have been an artist for a very long time, ever since I could pick up a pencil. What, Pink? What? Oh, just saying hey. I don't know who Moon is, honestly. I don't know, I see Hey Moon and I just stop. Okay, anyway, I've been an artist for a long time. I specialize in illustration art, character designs, um, and I have also made my own dating sim. I made it completely from the ground up. I did all the music, the story writing, the character designs, the backgrounds, all of that stuff. I'm very proud of it, and it's free. It's right there. Albie just posted the link to it. Pretty long haired men and pretty women. Um, I also stream on occasion. I would love to tell you when I stream or where I stream. I just kind of do Twitch or Kick, whatever I feel like streaming on that day. And if I feel like streaming, um, and pretty much the wind tells me, let's stream today, and I do it. So I usually stream like House Flipper that I just showed you guys earlier, or I do art streams or rhythm game streams, stuff like that. Um, but that's all I'm gonna talk about with myself. Also, I have lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something. Also, welcome in, Southern Belle. Uh, Good to see you. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said, we're doing commissions, do's and don'ts, scams, commission sheets, as you can see on my nice little welcome screen here. And we're just gonna dive right in. So I'm gonna go with the easy part first. I have asked Pink a lot of questions about what he as a consumer likes in commission sheets because getting your consumers' opinions are very important because what you may think works good for you is not going to help you in the long run. So I had asked Pink one time, I was like, what do you look for in commission sheets? And one of the biggest things he told me was that it's easily accessible, that you can see it well, and a lot of people tend to like this style of commission sheet where you have a full body and then you have like sections out for your different like sizes of commission. So you've got your bust and icon, And granted, these sizes can differ depending on the artist. Like, I just saw a commission sheet when I was looking at examples on Google where someone just did like just a headshot and then they separated out the bust. For me, a lot of the times my headshots and my busts are the same size, so I didn't feel a need to differentiate between that. And then my waist up half body usually goes from like the mid knee, so that's usually how I do mine. Yours could just end at the waist. Like it just, again, it's pretty much up to you as the artist. A lot of your commissions really does go up to you as an artist. This is just as an example for you guys to see. And then full body is pretty self explanatory, it's the whole body and stuff like that. Let's say you have other stuff that you also like to do. Like I like doing PNG tuber sprites, so I added my PNG tubers. For right now, I only have two expressions because that is that is pretty much what I'm comfortable with. One of my biggest advices I have to you guys is only do commissions on things that you are comfortable with and have enough practice with. Because when you try to have somebody commission you for something you're not comfortable with, you're not going to feel proud of that. Um, you're not going to feel proud of what you're, what you're selling. And as someone who, sells a product, you always want to be proud of what you're putting out. Because then, it kind of helps with your mental health a little bit. Also, thank you guys for translating for Leaf. I appreciate it. I don't want that to go unsaid. Um, Very much appreciate it. And then I also put emotes on here. I love doing emotes. I will just say that right now. Emotes are so fun for me. They take like less than 30 minutes, and I just adore them. They're like an illustration, but 10 times easier because they're smaller. Uh, so I kind of have my emotes a little bit lower priced just because I want people to commission them because I want to do more, you know? And I will say, yeah, um, so I will say with my prices, and we're going to discuss this a little bit later, my prices are lower than you would usually see for my skill level. People at my skill level are usually professionals, they can make a living off their commissions, so their commissions are a bit more expensive. I, however, have a pretty stable career and I do commissions for fun. I do it as a hobby, and any commission money, I'm gonna not even lie to you guys, any commission money I get is usually used for snack money. I like snacks, and when I get a commission, the first thing I do is go to like Walmart or the gas station and go pick up a snack because it's extra money. So mine are a little bit lower because I like to be able to have my commissions be affordable. And another reason I do that is, again, because my skill level is as high as it is, I want to give people a chance to get, high level commissions at a price that they can afford. And that's not a dig on anyone who has higher commissions, because you should absolutely be pricing yourself for, your circumstances, for what you want. This is just the prices that I have decided based on my circumstances. So while I will say that this, like, look wise, this is what a commission looks like, do not use my prices as a template, because it depends on a lot of different factors that we're going to discuss in just a few minutes. Um, Another thing is I have a page 2 of my commissions, and this is very, 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 very important. You always want to have a terms of service with your commissions. You always want to have rules, because this is how you protect yourself and your customer from getting scammed or feeling gypped or anything like that. Yes.
but Spanish opera.
Oh my goodness. What the hell?
Yes.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, mine's not cool enough for your friends.
Do you want to be on YouTube?
Rattle on.
Do you want to be on YouTube?
I don't care. You got YouTube. I keep recording.
Love you.
Take your shot.
Alright, sorry about that.
You're bugging me, sis.
Okay. So I was discussing terms of services and protecting yourself from scams. Right. So these are my terms of services. Now I will say I see that you said very detailed. That's for a reason. So when you do commissions for as long as I have, you get experiences that shape your rules. Don't ever feel bad for having to change your rules due to experiences. Because while I'm going to help you get set up to where you won't be scammed or gypped, it's still gonna happen. They're still gonna slip through the cracks. You have to be very smart and look out for red flags, which I'll tell you guys some red flags as you see them. So my payment is through PayPal for now. You can see I am exploring safe alternatives. I'm trying to find better payment programs that protect my information and my consumers' information. The reason I use PayPal is because I don't see anyone's credit card information. The only thing I see is people's accurate names, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. I don't remember anyone's names that I do commissions for because I have a bad memory. So whenever people are like, "You're gonna see my name," I'm like, I'm gonna forget it in 2 seconds, so you're good. So, PayPal to me is the safest choice, but I'm still trying to explore alternatives because PayPal takes a lot out of my commissions, and i- I want to have alternatives for people who don't like PayPal. For me, now, I will tell you guys don't do this if you want to have fairly priced commissions. My prices are negotiable because if I have, let's say, a client that really, really wants a commission from me but can't quite afford it, like if they're $5 to $10 short, I will take that $5 to $10 short off just because I want to give them the chance to get it. And the reason I protect myself from people who just want me to constantly uh, go down is I stop at $10. If they want me to go any further than that, they need to pick a different commission. You have to be very firm in your rules and be very, very consistent. I also offer discounts for people that help. As you can see, I have discounts and additions. Um, but you may not have that. People who are career commission artists do not have negotiable prices. Um, so that's more of a um, unique to me situation. I wouldn't suggest any of you guys do that unless it fits with how you want to handle your commissions. And the reason I protect myself from, getting scammed by people is that because I'm so generous with my commissions, my full payment is upfront. I will not start sketching until someone pays me. Unless it's like a really close friend, but that's cuz I trust the friend. But normal people, I will not start even sketching before getting my full payment. You can also do partial payments so that you don't lose out on any money. I used to do half payment before and then half payment after, but I have just ended up doing full payment just because of how cheap my prices are. No, Pink, I will not give you free art. Sorry, I've given you enough, I think. um, and then a new thing that I started doing is I have a Google form, which actually let me pull that up super quick so I can show you guys. I totally forgot about that. I have a Google form for first time customers to fill out for me, um, so that I can verify that they are a real customer. So this is my commission form. It goes through and it asks people, what commission would you like, and it has all the different commissions on it. And then I'll have you give me your email or your Discord username, whatever you want me to contact you on. And then what is the PayPal email so that they. No, Kata, you're fine. I first time customer, you're not a first time customer. This is only for first time customers because after you have commissioned me, I know that you're going to pay me and I know that you're actually legit. This is just for when someone hops in my DMs and says, "Hey, I want a commission," I will send them this form and I will make them fill it out because typically the scammers that say, "Do you have commissions open?" will not go through the time to fill out this form. So this is a way to protect me and you. And let's say, because I have this on my commissions forum post in the commissions forum here in Pinktopia, I actually posted this commission forum and told everyone to please, use this before reaching out to me because then when I get everyone's Discord usernames or emails, I will reach out and say, "Hey, I got your form, and let's discuss commissions." Um, but so that also treads on dangerous territory just a little bit because we have scams that have been going on where people are coming into other people's DMs saying, "Hey, do you want to commission me?" This form kind of protects both of us because you filled out this form for me and I know you filled out this form for me, so I'm reaching out because you had filled out the form. Or even again, if somebody DMs me and says, "Hey, can I commission you? I'm gonna send this form over." Stuff like that. You know, um, so that's a new thing that I started doing just because whenever I post on Instagram, I get a bunch of DMs from bots asking me if I have commissions open, and I don't feel comfortable. Um, you know, I don't feel comfortable. um, so that's something to keep an eye out on. Um, and again, like I said, this is only for first time customers. I'm not going to make somebody fill out that form every single one, every single time they commission me, because I get a lot of repeat customers. I get a lot of people who want multiple commissions from me. I'm not going to ask them to fill out that form every time. Once I know that they're trusted and they're going to pay me fully and they're not going to screw me over, then we're no longer going to have to need that form. That's just first time basis only. Um, and then you always want to put what will you draw and what will you not draw. Um, these you don't typically want to be negotiable, but you can change them anytime you get comfortable. This ties back into how you want to uh, make sure you're doing commissions for people who not people. You want to make sure you're doing commissions that you're comfortable with. Because if you're struggling with a commission, me personally, it's not worth the money. Because art is supposed to be fun and this includes commissions. If you get a commission from somebody and you really fucking don't want to do it, don't do it. Pardon my French, by the way. But if you don't want to do the commission, don't do it. There is no amount of money to make you draw something that you don't want to do, and I cannot stress that enough. I have done a lot of commissions when I was younger that I did not want to do, and I hated, and it sucked, and you should never ever put yourself in that situation. More people will want your art. You've just got to put yourself out there. That is the best advice I can give you. So what I will draw is I will do humanoid furries. I won't do anthro furries because I can't draw animals. Hilariously, I put long-haired men with a heart on it because if you know anything about me, I love long-haired men. Hot women because I'm an equal opportunity artist, and VTubers. I love doing VTuber stuff. Um, my friend Kata, who's actually in the chat right now, is a VTuber, and I love doing her stuff. I love doing overlays for VTubers. I love doing their emotes and their PNG tubers, and I just like one of my biggest passions is helping out small VTuber streamers. I just adore them to bits and pieces. Um, And then what I don't do is I don't do not safe for work. I don't do gore, mecha, or animals like I discussed. I don't really like animals. Your what will you draws will be different from mine. And there's no problem with that. We all have different skill levels. And then my discounts and additions, they depend on where I put. I'm gonna zoom this in just a little bit. Um, they depend on where I put my commissions because my commissions, if you guys go to look at the original text post, is I have a discount if you ever want me to draw a Pinktopia mascot, and that's just a fun discount I did just because I'm posting my commissions in Pinktopia, and I'll do that sometimes. But I always have a draw a long-haired man discount, and the reason I have these discounts is because they're what I want to draw. I love to draw a long-haired man, so that's why I have a discount. I have someone who actually just messaged me today and said, "I want you to draw a long-haired man. Like I am the long-haired man artist. Draw one of my OCs. I have my game characters, and I've actually gotten commissioned a few times." To draw one of my characters, Cepheus, and I've given them a discount. Everyone, uh, add a character. I added $10 per character. You can always adjust that. It depends on how hard it is for you to add another character into a commission. For me, it's not super hard, so I kind of discount it a little bit. But if you want to, you can go full price edition every time you do another character. That it is entirely up to you. And then add a complex background. I'm not super good at backgrounds, so I made that one a little bit more um, expensive, but I am always willing to try to do more backgrounds. However, that's why I said depending on complexity, because due to my inexperience, if it's too complex, I will straight up say no. Let's try a different background. Makes sense? I'm going to take a second if anyone has any questions before I continue talking. Um, I'm free to answer them. If we have any questions about how to make a commission sheet, there are different styles. If you guys want to see some different styles, I can Google some styles and show you guys a few that I like. I also have one of my old commission sheets if anyone wants to look at that. So I'll take this chance to let you guys ask me some questions if you have any. So I'm not sure about the best for those who are going to be watching on YouTube. Zachary just asked me what would be the best payment alternative besides PayPal. I have not found one that I quite like as much as PayPal. However, I have done a commission through Kofi. That was pretty nice. It was pretty secure and protected. So Kofi might be something to look into. I'm not super familiar with it yet, so I can't like recommend it. I don't like Venmo or Cash App because Venmo and Cash App is oh hey Rocky got it. Pig just said Venmo or Cash App are all right, but PayPal Business is pretty great. I don't like Venmo or Cash App because they don't protect your information as much as PayPal Business does. Like I said, my biggest seller with PayPal is that I don't get my customers' information and they don't get my information. But I would definitely suggest looking into Kofi. I'm trying to look into it myself. Because, again, Kofi also protects your security and my security. One of my biggest things when I do commissions is that I want to protect my customers' safety as much as I want to protect my own. Um, so that's kind of why I have that. Okay. Any other questions? Is everything seeming kind of easy to understand, not too overwhelming so far? Also, thank you, Rocky. I will take you up on that, by the way. Fantastic. Thank you, Foxglove. I appreciate it. Okay, perfect. Well, if everyone's okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on along. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. I want to show you guys, if I can find it, my old commission sheet. Because I've done a lot of commission sheets in my time. Here we go. Let me see if I can copy this and make it a little bit bigger. One moment. Make this just a little bit bigger. I think this is a few years old, maybe just a year old. I don't quite know. I don't know when I made it. I made it at some point. But this is my old commission sheet. The one that I just made, shockingly, is one that I made purely for this class, because I will show you guys how I did my commission sheet before. But I wanted to show you guys a nice example. But this is what my old commissions used to look like. Believe it or not, which is so funny, my old commissions were more expensive than my new commissions. um, at this time in my life, my commissions were pretty much my main source of income, so my commissions did have to be a little bit more expensive. But this is a good example on maybe a little bit more higher end commissions. Um, when I had made these prices, again, I went by my skill level, which this was my skill level at the time. Um, I did a lot smoother shading. It's definitely cool to see the different art styles of mine. But I used to do sketches, line arts, and flat colors and full colors. A lot of artists will do that. I do all of mine fully rendered now because I just prefer it that way. And I never really got sketch, line art, or flat color commissions. I would always get full color commissions. So I decided to just cut out the middleman and just do full render commissions. Um, and my long haired man discount was still here. um, Simple BGs were all that I did. Extra characters were a little bit more expensive back then as well. This is a pretty good baseline for what commission prices usually are for at least entry level artists. Yes, we very much love long haired men in this house. Um, so this is kind of a good scale on prices. Now, when you want to figure out what prices you want to have, because I'm going to get into this now, a lot of people say figure out what the minimum wage in your country, state, whatever is, and calculate how long a specific commission would take you. So let's say a full body takes me about 4 to 5 hours. So that would be like a 4 to 5 hour shift at a normal job. My minimum wage in Illinois is 15 per hour. So you do 15 by, let's go, 5. I don't know what 15 by 5 is. Hold on. I need a calculator. I can't do math, guys. um, let's see. 15 by 5. That would be 75 bucks. Thanks, Albie. That would be $75 for a full body commission, which I pretty much actually kind of got that on this one. The full color is $65 on this one. So I made a little bit cheaper. Um, so that's kind of how like career artists will figure out their commissions. Sometimes they'll add a little bit more in, like people who do traditional art. They'll factor in the cost of the paint and the canvases and stuff like that. I, however, just do digital art and I don't print things out for people, and if they want to like have it on a shirt or something they can do it them themselves, so I don't like factor in any of that stuff. I just factor in my time. That's what a lot of artists would do, and I do highly recommend that because you want to make sure you are getting paid for what you do. Yeah, livable wage would be okay. I completely, yeah, just you don't even have to go by your state or your country or whatever. Let's say ideally you want to get paid 20 bucks an hour. you're gonna go $20 an hour by how long it takes for you to do a commission. So like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that'd be $100 for 5 hours of work. Right? Makes sense. We're gonna ignore that I had to do math again, but 20 was a lot easier to add than 15. So that, just decide what you want because you're your own boss when you do commissions. It's your commissions, it's your business. You make your rules. I'm just giving you guidelines to help you go on. However, I will say you also need to factor in your skill level. If let's say, I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible. If you're not confident as much with your art, you're going to want to price yourself a little bit lower until you get more experienced, if that makes sense. You want to look at your skill level, but don't be mean to yourself. A lot of things with me, I actually just had to do recently when I was making my commission sheet. I reached out to my friend Kata and I reached out to Pink and asked for their opinion on something because they're both regular consumers of commissions, and I wanted them to give me an unbiased view on my skill level and how much I should price myself on my skill level. So, getting an outside opinion from your support system, from the people that you trust, is also very, very important when trying to price yourself. Because oh, when you try to price yourself based on your own view of your art, we tend to have a perfectionist issue where we think we're not good enough to be priced as high as we should. If you want me to be completely honest with you guys, I could probably start charging my commissions for $20 an hour every single time I do a commission, but that's not how I want my prices to be. My loved ones hate this, and so do a lot of people who commission me. Somebody who commissioned me today actually was like, "That's so cheap. Like, you shouldn't be so cheap." I was like, "Listen, I make a lot of money. I can do this. But if I couldn't do this, I would probably price myself accurately." It really just depends on who you are as an artist, what you want to do. Uh, Full freedom. What else did I have up here? That's the okay. So this is another fun thing I wanted to talk about. We talked about when I was talking to Pink about commissions. He said one of the most important things is having your commissions easily accessible. This could mean pinning the commission sheet on your Twitter, on your Instagram, on your TikTok, wherever you like to do. For me, I have a link tree that Alvi just posted in there. She's on top of it before I even started talking about it. Uh, my link tree has everything that you could possibly need from me. However, because of the ease of access, I have commissions as the very top little band button here, so that when people click my link tree from my TikTok and Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that, the first thing they see is, "Oh, she's got commissions up." And then it takes you to my card, which it shows you my basic information, and my name, and then we've got home, commissions, and contact. So very easy to see buttons. With the nice thing with card is that they have a mobile, pardon me, they have a mobile version, so it's easy to access on mobile. Linktree also has a mobile version, so I typically like to do stuff that works well for web and mobile. That's just, the ease of access. It's really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and go to my commissions. And this has all of the information that I put on my commission sheet just in text form. Because before this class, I did not have a commission sheet. I did not make one. Because to be completely honest with you, I did not think I was going to get as many commissions as I have gotten this year. I just, typed up a whole nice Discord message and then just left it be, and then people actually DM'd me for commissions, and I'm like, what the heck? I was not expecting this to happen. Insert the surprised Pikachu meme. So this has all of my information, just a little bit more in detail. um, for other people to see. Yeah, that was me. I had one point this year that I had, I think, about 4 commissions to work on at once, and I was like, "What is this? What is going on?" So that was really cool. That was very nice. Um, it's got like the negotiable thing. I understand my prices are low. They are that way for a reason. If you want me to pay more, I do provide tipping options. So when you go to PayPal, you can make a invoice, and you can have. Actually, I can show you guys that super quick. I can walk you through PayPal super quick. Let me just open it on my other monitor so I don't share any potentially. Always make sure you protect your customers. Um, that's my biggest thing. Is always protect your customers. Always protect their names, their payment information, anything you can protect for your customers. That's the least you can do as a commissioner. Granted, some things do come up to the customer. You just want to make sure you're being careful. Okay. Let's see. So this is what a PayPal invoice would look like. It's very easy. So if you guys remember when I talked about my form, I had a what's your PayPal email address. Email address. Wow, I can't believe I said that. Address. Oh, it's cheaper that way, and they'll want to commission it, and then you get to draw the thing you like. Like, let's say you really like drawing ship art. You could say ship art, minus $1, minus $5. If you really like doing complicated backgrounds, you could say complicated background minus $1, minus $5. It just depends on what you like to do. Like, I like to do a lot of VTuber stuff, and I thought about doing some VTuber discounts. Like, for overlays and stuff, you could do discounted overlays, or you could do discounted emotes, but you need to be very careful with your discounts that you're not underselling yourself so much. You want to make sure you're still kind of profitable with the discounts. I typically wouldn't go anything less than $5 for discount, just because you don't want to lose out on a lot of money just because you want to draw it. For additions, if it's something you're not super comfortable with, but you're comfortable enough to do it for commissions, maybe do an addition for that one. Like, let's say I wanted to start doing animals. I could do, if you want an animal, it's going to be an extra $10. Um, if you want to do like a different style of art, like let's say you're trying to do like painterly styles, you could do a painterly edition. Like, it's $10 for a different style of art that you'd like to do. Just if you want to play around with stuff, you're going to want to make sure you're getting profitable from kind of playing around a little bit. But just be very careful and make sure you think very hard on what you want your discounts and additions to be. And you don't have to have discounts or additions. You could just have baseline prices. It could just be same way all the way through. This is just to give you a little bit more flexibility with pricings and what you want to do. If that makes any sense. I hope that answered your question a little better. Awesome, awesome. Um, that's what I'd suggest. Let everyone keep typing. Thank you, Pink. Pink just asked, what do you do when the customer isn't happy with the finished product or asks you to do a style that matches another artist? You need to be very clear um, with your commissions that your style is your own style. If you're not comfortable copying another style of an artist, don't do it. And honestly, I would not suggest. I would not suggest ever compromising your style for a commission because that gets into very fuzzy water, and said artist that they want you to copy the style of could rightfully so get very upset with you with copying their style. It gets into like the tracing versus reference debate, and you don't want anything to do with that. You just don't want anything to do with that. If you specialize, I know we have a bunch of Adventure Time artists in this server. If you specialize in the Adventure Time style, stay with that Adventure Time style unless you move to a different style. If somebody wants you to do a style that you are not comfortable with and that you are not familiar with, do not do it. And if the customer is not happy with the finished product and it seems like they have unreasonable demands for you, you have every right to stop that commission. If you go with me and you have them pay up front, refund them the money, call it quits. They may hate you for it. They may talk. They may have issues with it. That's not your problem. Your commissions are your comfortable. They are what you want, not what anyone else wants. Of course, if you have a customer that wants you to make fixes that is within your range of ability, absolutely, absolutely fix your commission. It's okay. Yes. My old commission sheet actually had, I think I had four revisions. Two on the sketch, two on the like flat colors, and then two in the final product. Because I actually had a commissioner one time consistently change their commission in the middle of me working on it, and you don't want that. Um, I don't have it on my sheet anymore just because I haven't run into that problem for a while. And if someone starts making revisions, I will say I will do a few more revisions, and then if you're still not happy with it, we will do a full refund. That's just, you can do that during the transaction. But for some of you guys, I would definitely recommend putting on your commission sheet how many revisions you're okay with doing. Thanks, Pink. Also, Rocky, I might. It depends. For you, probably. For you, my dear, probably. That's what you just see in practice. I can kind of, bend my rules a little bit. Um, that's just that's because how flexible I am. But you don't always have to be that flexible. You could say this is how it is always. And it's a little bit safer that way. I'm just a little bit more lax with my rules and stuff like that, especially with people that I know and trust. That's one of the biggest things is always make sure you're dealing with people who you know and trust. All right. I'm gonna move on along here cuz we're almost done. Almost done. I'm just gonna go through. This goes through the discounts a little bit better. This is all the what will I draw that I took and put straight on. Email or Discord message me if you're interested. I need to actually take that off since I have the form now, and then I have some examples of some of the stuff that I do. Um, so like this would be what I would consider a waist up. Um, this would also kind of be a waist up too. Sometimes my how I do things is a little bit different. This is definitely a waist up of mine. I do my favorite one is waist up if you guys can't tell. I really like doing them. And then this would be like a double character example. An emote. I love my emotes. Some emotes. So I just added a few examples of some of my favorite works that I put down here. And that would be like a text based commission sheet, which you can always do if you're like me and too lazy to make a commission sheet. But a lot of people definitely prefer these types of commission sheets. And I did have a lot of fun making this commission sheet, so I'm not going to lie about that. Few more notes before I open up one last bit of questions. Like I mentioned earlier in the class, we have a lot of commission scams going about these days, and even we have people joining the server and messaging people about commissions. One of my biggest advices is to move on and block. Don't give them the time of day. Don't even bother with it. They're a scammer, and most of the time, if you look at their profiles, they'll say like, I am a professional artist, I do commissions. Like, more often than not, that's going to be someone who's going to scam you. They're brand new Discord accounts, they just friend you without even talking to you. Like, especially me as an artist, before I started doing the form, um, let's say me and Pink have been talking throughout the server, and Pink goes, "Hey, I want to commission you." I'm like, "Okay, just DM me." Like, I won't DM him and say, "Hey, I heard you wanted a commission." I will wait for him to DM me and say, "Okay, let's discuss commissions." Because I think that it's common sense for an artist to wait for someone to come to you. As artists, you do not want to be going into people's not commissions. You do not want to be going into people's DMs. I am not going to DM Pink and go, "Commission me. Commission me, please. Please, my dog is dying. I need commissions." Do not do it. I recently had a situation in a VC where we had someone say, "I've never gotten commissions before. I really, really need commissions. Like, I just feel like a garbage artist because I'm not getting commissions." Don't do that either. That's very manipulative. If people want your art, they will come to your art. My best advice is post your commissions on whatever social medias you like. Push for them. Um, and people will see your art, especially in the server. People will see your art and they will be like, that's how I've gotten a lot of my commissions. I post my art in the Hall of Art here, and people are like, "Wow, Moon's so good at art." And they'll see my art and they'll be like, "Hey, I want to commission you." And I'm like, "Great, here's my commission info." People will come to you. Don't make people come to you. Don't gaslight people into coming to you, because I'm gonna get a little personal here. I don't like it. I don't like all of these commission scams because it is giving honest artists like myself and everyone who is here trying to learn about commissions a very bad name. Uh, and I don't like it. I think it's unfair to artists who have worked their whole lives for commissions, and now people are getting a mistrust for people who offer commissions because of all of these scams. So just be very careful, both as a consumer and a commissioner. Don't accept DM requests from people that you don't know and haven't talked to. Don't accept to send anyone money that you don't trust. Just be very, very careful. And if you do happen to have someone hop into your DMs before you block them and say, "Hey, can you buy commissions from me?" Report it. If they're from Pinktopia, report it in our report a problem channel, and the moderation team will take care of it. We're very good at taking care of that. So just make sure to protect yourself, protect your peace. I recently had a friend who had somebody like friend request them, and I was like, "Move on, just block them, just move on." They're not gonna care what you think when you block them. They're just gonna move on to their next victim. Don't become that next victim. Don't become that next victim. So just be very careful. Do not give your personal information out to people that you don't trust. Make sure you're being very educated on what you use to do your commissions. Like I kept saying about PayPal, it protects me and my consumer. You always want to be very careful because it can be sticky business. Um, but those are my last few notes. I will open up questions one more last time. Questions, comments, concerns. This is the one time I will let anyone compliment me, and I will not shut it down. And then that'll pretty much be it. Kind of a little bit of a easier class today, just because I was talking about commissions. Um, if you guys have suggestions for a next class that you would like to see, let me look at Alvy's notes here to see what topics we've already got put down. Um, Let me see. Aw, thank you. I didn't used to be able to do stuff like this. I will admit that. This is a new. Um, Let me find it. Let me find it. Let's see. We clicked off the chat for just a second, so bear with me. So the topics we've already got on the rotation for potential topics are hair, clothing, more abstract anatomy, choosing color palettes, and perspectives and weird perspectives. So that's the. I'll pull that up as a screenshot real quick so you guys can see that. Okay, so this is what we've got for the rotation for the next classes I'm going to do. If you guys have any other things you'd like to see, we'll add it to the list, and that'll kind of help me figure out what the next class will be. Nobody really said anything about commissions for this class. I just thought that it was, topical with everything that's been going on. I thought it would be a good topic for today. Yeah, I would have asked for sure. Yeah, me and Pink have had quite a few conversations. Like my last art stream in October was I had Pink up there talking with me, and we talked a little bit about commissions, and people said it seemed to really enjoy it. So I thought that maybe it would be a really good class. And I've kind of had a hard month, so I wanted to have something a little bit easier to go through for the class because my first class I think took like an hour and a half, so this was a little bit easier. I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording now that I'm pretty much done talking.